ready. I'm ready. We are all a little bit exhausted, but we have to finish this. Let's go. Oh, wow. Are you ready for the final challenge?
Yeah, of course. Let's make it a good one.
Oh, nice. Let's make it a memorable one. So did you watch your replays of previous match against Ricardo? Did you see what happened? I believe on 2 maps you were very ahead actually, and they slipped away.
Yeah, I think I had big throws in, especially game 1 and game 3, where I could have won, but made a few mistakes. I lost to a run by pretty much these 2 games. So yeah, maybe if I don't make the same mistakes, could be a different story.
Absolutely, I think you can absolutely make it. And well, did you expect to win previously 3-0? So would you say it was easy?
Yeah, it was easy as hell.
There was some weird word, but it didn't come out. All right, I like the atmosphere. I like the well, rivalry pretty much. So guys, please shake your hands. Let's start the grand final of League Cracov 2025.
God damn it. And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to, as was mentioned, the grand finals. The grand finals of the Fusion Esports League, the FEL 2025 at Krakow. Again, we just heard some words from both Clem and from Reynor. Reynor exclaiming just how easy it was to beat Clem. Did censor himself as well, so shout to Reynor for holding back. I know that he's not really one to do so at times, but does hold back for the people. And I mean, again, there's a lot of kids watching. I don't know if you saw, but in the crowd there's actually a decent amount of a younger audience in the crowd as well, watching and cheering for the players, and a lot of them even watching for the first time. We were notified. A lot of there are definitely some newer viewers that were, you know, just around for the convention, around for the events, and were introduced to StarCraft just because it was being held, it was being hosted. Like, oh, what's going on? You know, they dropped by and they stuck around, and yeah, they committed, and here we go. Here we go. We have our grand finals. Best of 7 finals. Here we go. It is going to be that TvZ, and Vidas are done. Game 1 has been decided. We're going to be loading into Incorporeal. Now, this is going to be a rematch, as they were kind of alluding to. Clem versus Reynor. They faced off earlier in the brackets, and Reynor was having he honestly had a really strong showing. He said it himself, I mean, in his own words, had a really strong showing, and we'll see if that continues here and now, or if our Terran player can get his revenge. As spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Incorporeal, we have the French Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the blue Zerg player. We have the Italian Zerg representing Basilisk. It is Reynor. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. As a reminder, this is a best of 7. And oh my god, Reynor, he does open up with a very cheeky build. The drone does move out across the map, and we are setting up for a proxy hatchery. Okay. So we're setting up here. I mean, I'm assuming we're going for a hatch block. Going for the hatch block here on the low grounds. There it is. Hatchery has been thrown down. So a very cheeky start here by Reynor. Reynor, he's having fun. I mean, even Indy said himself that it's been a very long day. It's been a very intense broadcast, and a lot of the people there are a little bit tired, a little bit fatigued, but of course the show will go on, and we will be making a memorable finals of it as well. We do have Clem going for a standard opener. Clem currently is none the wiser as to what's happening. The hatchery is well underway. It is going to be a hatch gas pool opener here out of Reynor into a delayed natural base. Let's go. Misplaced at BM. I mean, we'll see if he even intends to let it finish. Does not necessarily have to be placed too well. As is now spotted, the boys are being pulled, and this is the reaction that Reynor wanted here. He's forcing denied mining time out of his opponent. Forcing denied mining time, delaying the CC. There we go. We have the CC on the high ground. It can eventually be floated over. From here, Reynor, he can let this finish, then make a queen, and then with the queens, he can spread creep. Again, because of the late scout, there's plenty of progression, so he can and should let this complete. To spread as much creep as he can. There we go. Queen is on the way. And we'll see if Clem can get on top of the tumor. We'll see if he can get on top of the queen. We'll see if he can deny. As Reynor, he is massing up Zerglings. Again, the Zerglings is going to be built to deal with these SCVs, to buy time, to save and delay, to kill the hatchery. As we have the Marine as well. Hatchery taking a lot of hits, taking a lot of damage. Hatchery's getting quite low. And the Queen is going to pop. Yeah, it is going to pop out. Does push forward. Ling's going to be buying some time. And where's that tumor? So far, still no time to throw down the tumor. Yeah, dancing, trading here with those SCVs, forcing them to prepare. Ling's like, oh, they're coming for the surround. They try to lock down the army. Nice catch. SCVs are going to be fully. They get on top of the Marines. One Marine goes down, just the one. Whew, tough hold there from Clem, but he does hold on. He does deflect. Oh, another SCV falls though. It's going to be 3 SCV kills. Nice snipe there on the Marine. 1 Marine left. There's the tumor. Does throw it down, and there's no stopping that tumor. The tumor will be able to burrow in time. Takes down 1 more Marine, takes down a 2nd Marine as well. The Hellion will eventually pop. The Hellion will eventually defend. But again, this is a big delay here. A massive delay. 2nd Queen pops out. Another tumor gets thrown down. And again, it's all about delaying the expansion. All about throwing down as many tumors as possible. And delaying and containing the Terran. Behind this, Reynor, he's droning. He's droning, he's saturating. Deeper's under fire. Cyclone is on the way. The boys are being pulled to repair. Marine pops out. Oh no! The wall, oh my god, the wall's almost open. That was close. That was very close. There's a transfuse. There we go. Does transfuse. Does keep the Queen up. The Reaper taking a lot of damage. When the Cyclone arrives, then we can fully defend. We can force back those Queens. Until then, we're spreading creep. There's a Cyclone. Queen goes down. Yeah, he gets 1 Queen. Bit of a misstep there from Reynor. This turn, I don't think this turn was necessary. Yeah, it's going to go down. Bit of a waste. Oh, as Lings get in. Lings are coming in for this round. They do get us around here on the Cyclone. Boys are being pulled. And the Cyclone looks like will fall. Yeah, nice pick up there from Reynor. Takes down the Cyclone. Takes down the Hellion. Oh, God. Gets the Hellion as well. That should not have happened. And again, you can see Wasul's just spreading as much creep as possible behind this. Reynor's running up. He's on 2 base saturation. From here, he can take his gases. He can get a 3rd expansion as well. Hatchery finally goes down. Ah, yeah, Clem even supply blocked. Ling's nibbling away at the army. We have Massling coming in once again for another surround. Trades with the Marines, not bad. Yeah, trades with the Marines. He wants the Cyclones. Reynor is getting in. He's getting in. He gets on top of 1 of the Cyclones. And he will snipe 1. There's 1 Cyclone left. And what's important about sniping these Cyclones is that, again, it's containing. It's containing the Terran player. There's that much less to break out and that much less to expand. Again, Clem, he's still on 1 base. He's still stuck on 1 base. He has a high worker count, but he just cannot expand. There's a first scan. Ooh, and we do see there was no tumor further back behind the mineral line. So, unfortunately, no tumor behind this. The creep will recede quite quickly, and Clem will expand. He will be able to expand. We can see that Reynor, he still doesn't have his 3rd. Massing on more Zerglings. Oh, and he will not save the tumor. Doesn't save the tumor. Comes, oh, does catch the Cyclone. Catches out the Cyclone, takes down the Marines, does force some friendly fire. And we're still just rallying Lings. Still just rallying Lings across the map. 3rd base is now being taken. Creep is spreading. Gas is now being mined. We have a +1 carapace on the way. Reynor, he's been trading well. He's been trading very nicely here. Even with this run by, he can perk in. He can get us around the Marines. And force friendly fire. As you can see, friendly fire gets forced. 3 Marines go down. Doesn't quite get SCVs, unfortunately. I was hoping, I'm sure, for a little bit more damage. And as the dust settles, where exactly are we? Okay. So from the top. For the most part, Clem, he was able to preserve his SCVs. He preserved most of the workers. He's on 2 base saturation. 3rd CC now has begun. He's on a 4-1-1 setup. Stim. We do have medevacs on the way, so he's going for drop play. But because Clem lost so many Marines and Cyclones and tanks, even, well, not tanks, but Marines and Cyclones and Hellions. You can see here comes the double drop. It's not even full. It's not even full here. We have 10 Marines. We have 10 Marines to work with across the map, which means Reynor, this is really nothing to worry about. He should have enough to defend without losing too much. Like, this isn't really going to threaten him. He can maybe hunt down Overlords, as we can see here. We can maybe try and delay some creep, but for the most part, Reynor, he should be secure. He should be freely expanding, droning, saturating, and getting into a longer game. I'm favoring Reynor's position here. And look at the creep as well. Sure, the creep was cleaned up here back at home to expand, but the creep is freely spreading in every which direction from across the map. So the creep is going to be on point. Meanwhile, Infestation Pits. Now, this is a style that Reynor has been very fond of, that I've been questioning. We've seen it work once or twice, but it just feels so greedy and so difficult to get away with. Now, if you were here for the Lambo series, remember, what did Lambo do in Game 3 on Maganatha? Lambo, he opened Roach. He went Roach into Ling Bane, into Hive, into Ultra, right? So I should say Roach Ravager into Ling Bane, into Hive, into Ultra. That's all Lambo did. Here, this is Ling Bane into Infestor, into Hive, into Ultra. Importantly, no Banelings. Reynor, he has this style where he skips Banelings, he skips Roaches, and he goes straight, bam, you can see here, straight into Hive, straight into Ultras. This is very greedy. This is very greedy. This is very difficult to pull off. We have seen Reynor punished attempting this by players like Bjorn, by players like Clem as well. Like Clem and Bjorn have punished Reynor quite hard. But because of the opener, and because Clem fell behind, and because Clem has no map control, and because Clem is stuck at home, this is a really good moment for Reynor to rush into Ultras. This is a really good moment for that, and I cannot fault him for going for this either. Again, as a reminder, he's skipping Banelings. He's skipping Banelings. The gas that he would have spent on Banelings, he's spending on upgrades, spending on the Hives, spending on would-be Ultras. He does have a couple of safety Infestors on the way, just to help. That'll be the splash damage he has available. But outside of that, his goal is to rush into Ultra Tech and to thrive then and there. And again, we've seen Reynor have mixed results with this style, but specifically in this situation, I am fond of it. I think he can do quite well. Yep, there's the Ultra Cavern. There's the Ultra Cavern from Reynor. I can say force to pick up. Force to pick up. I'm poking in back and forth. Focusing on the denying creep. Clem, he has not seen the main. He doesn't know what's going on. Oh, the Fungal does connect. No, the Fungal was brutal. And with that, Reynor, he dominates this fight. Reynor, he's maxed out. Now, unfortunately for Reynor, he's maxed out on Ling Infestor. He can't even morph in Banelings because he has no Baneliness, of course. He doesn't have any free supply for Ultras, or he has very limited free supply. So he needs to trade. He needs to trade with the army and then remax with Ultras. There we go. Baneliness now on the way. Spire is on the way. He's taking up. He gets spotted. Here comes Reynor. He's moving in. And he splits up. Takes out 1, 2 tanks. Gets into the mineral line as if he's going to be going down. And these, I mean, these are still trades here that that Reynor can afford, that Clem cannot. Here comes a Fungal. Does graze the army. More Fungals coming in. And once again, just locking Clem down. Ooh, the chain Fungals are brutal. 20 SCV is going to be falling. And here come the Ultras. Now, unfortunately, Reynor, he was lacking a gas bank. He's on 4 gas. Jeez, he needs more gas. he's on very limited gases. So he can't actually afford that many Ultras. So for now, they're just mainly remaxing on Zerglings. They can't quite collapse in. Clem going for a double jump. He gets spotted by the Infestor. Reynor is aware. Reynor, he does peel off to help deal with it. And again, we're just waiting for the ultras. Oh, they're here. The ultras have arrived. And once the ultras mass up with the main army, there shouldn't be a way for Clem to deal with that. As here comes that fungal. Oh, oh. Doesn't quite connect. So you have ultras pushing in towards the natural. +3 is not yet done. Ultras are going to be falling. Same time, we do see Reynor defend back at home. Once again, fungal does land. A massive fungal. GG gets called, and Reynor, he will run away with game number 1. Whew. GG. A solid game 1 out of Reynor. Again, a very cheeky start. As a reminder, Clem, he was playing from behind the entire game. The entire game, he was playing from behind. Reynor did a great job when it came to his opener, when it came to not just blocking the expansion. Blocking the base was one part of it. Like, that wasn't the biggest of deals. What was important was his trades. Winding it back, something that I should have emphasized a little bit more is that, of course, we saw that Reynor, he was link flooding almost the entire time with a solid drone cut behind it. And every time he was banking up his links, he was baiting out or waiting for the Cyclones or for the Marines to come down to the low ground to try to focus down the hatchery, and then bam, he would collapse in, he would trade. That was what was important. He was able to trade with the army, able to buy enough time for the base to survive even longer, to spread more creep. Again, the creep spread was insane, spreading from backwards across the map to back home. Even though, yes, a couple of tumors were caught, for the most part the creep was uncontested, and we saw that Clem was contained on one base for a very, very long time. And by the time he broke out, he lost his Cyclones already, he lost his Marines already, he lost most of his army. He moved out with 10 Marines, with basically one drop worth of Marines. He didn't have any more left over because so many had gone down. So there was nothing to threaten Reynor, and that's why Reynor could be greedy, could cut corners, and could get away with purely Ling into Infestor into Ultra, which is a very greedy way to tech, but was able to get away with it because of how well the build went and how well the early game went. With that, GG, well played. With that, we're now getting into our next game, and spawning in the top right hand corner of Ultra Love, we have the blue Zerg player representing Basilisk, the Italian Zerg. Leading the series 1-0, it is Reynor. And spawning on the bottom left hand corner, we have the French Terran player, we have the red Terran representing Team Liquid, it is Clem. Here we go. Since I let me bet 3. If you didn't get to, then you missed it. You missed out. You missed out. Should have been here for the start of the series. Smurge. Aye. But yes, we only open up predictions at the start of the series, of course, as always. Meanwhile, we do have what looks to be a gasless opener. Hatch pool. Going gasless. This is a bold move on Ultra Love. Very bold move. Now, this is not the first time we've seen this today. As a reminder, we did see this previously from Lambo as well over on Torches, but this is a gasless opener. Now, the purpose of this opener is that you will be delaying your gas geyser. Because of that, you're going to be delaying gas income. You're going to be replacing that with a prioritization of mineral income instead. With this, you have a boosted mineral economy early on. You'll be able to get into your earlier queens, of course. You can get into your third base, and you can get into roach play. This typically leads into roach production. This is a very greedy way to play things out. The reason why I'm a little bit on the fence about this on Ultra Love is because of how small the map is and how short the rush distance is. It's going to be difficult to get away with. Clem is notorious for punishing gasless openers. We'll see if he can punish it here as well. Here we go. So far, Reynor, he does deflect. With the ramp on top of the cliff face here, or with this ramp coming into the natural, this is an easy location to wall up and to wall off, and we should be seeing a roach one, an Eva chamber. We should be seeing a full wall here at the natural. And again, the purpose of this build is to get into Roach play and to have a boosted economy in doing so. And typically it's going to be Roach, then into Ultra. Meanwhile, you're a 3rd CC before Starport. Oh, it's going to be a 3 CC 2-1-1. Okay. Okay. It's been a while. So it's going to be a economic variation here of 2-1-1. Going for a marine heavy style, going for an earlier stim timing. And it's going to be up to Reynor to confirm. He has yet to get into the main. He doesn't know what's going on. I say he doesn't know. He sees the lack of Hellions, but a couple of Hellions are now rallying across the map. So Reynor, he has an idea as to what's happening. Stim is on the way. So we see Clem rotating, looking for a way in. Again, behind is just building up his bio, building up, getting into stim, into combat shields. Link speed is on the way. Okay, so he actually does invest into link speed. It's going to be late link speed, but link speed nonetheless. So that means he may just go straight up Ling into... he might do it again. Oh, God. I'm not too fond of it. Meanwhile, we have a Hellbat push, and Reynor, he's... skipping roaches. He's for now going Eva Chamber first into +1 the carapace. No Banelings. Now if Reynor is going Ling into Infestor into Ultra without Banelings again, this is where I am concerned. Especially against Hellbats. It feels like Clem should be able to punish him, but see. Here comes the 2-1-1. Armory is complete, and here come the Hellbats. Let's go. So here we go. Hellbats to do more fin. Then push into the bases. Queens are keeping up. One queen does go down. And again, the Lings, they just melt immediately. Yeah, Lings, they count on engagement, but there's no Banelings to defend. The Queens are trying to hold their own. But the Queens, they're on their own, and the Queens are falling one after the other. Yeah, 2, 3, 4 Queens going down. We have 26 Lings in production. Another Queen! It does catch another Queen. Another 2. And can he force a cancel? You already, this is just getting at hand. This is far too much damage here. This is 7 Queens. 7 Queens go down. Finally, Reynor, he does hold. But that was 7 Queens, 40 Zerglings. Reynor does survive, but again, he gets punished for his greed. Now we see a Bailey Nest finally on the way, but again, it's a late Bailey Nest out of Reynor. And he bled out a lot of units to pull off this defense. Oh, another Queen goes down. Ay, ay, ay. With that Reynor, he's hurting. Reynor, he's hurting. He has a lot of rejoining to do and rebuilding of Queens as well. This will impact his injects, will impact his Creed Thread. That moves out. Clem does push on the right hand side. Behind this, going for a second factory. He's taking his gases. And he attempts to surround. But Reynor's in a very rough position. You can see Clem trying to bait Reynor into tank range. It doesn't quite pull it off though. Reynor pulls away. Here comes that Hive. if you recall what we mentioned at the start of this game, based on the opener, it did look like it was going to be Ling into Hive, into Ultra. Instead, Reynor was forced to throw down the Bailey Nest, so forced to go into Ling Bane, then into Hive, then into Ultra. There we go. Hive is halfway done. He needs a little bit more time for the Ultras. But unlike the previous game, Reynor, he does not have map control. He has nowhere near as much map control as previously. I don't know if Clem can be stopped. Up on the top side. Place him in. Super playing with fire. And as Clem is pushing in, I do like this that a Reynor is going for a counterattack. Going for a run by. Reynor, he may just have to give up this base. But there are reinforcements back at home. There are Widow Mines defensively as well. That is brutal. Instead of Reynor coming from behind. Once again, there are mine. This is just a minefield setup. Let's try to step in. Oh, just going up. Nice defense, nice cleanup. Oh no! Ooh, brutal connection. Does take down one of the medivacs. And Reynor, he's holding. He's barely holding on. Ultra Cabinet is done. Wait, sorry. Hive is done. Nice. Board Bailey's. He has not begun an Ultra Cavern. He's still coming here to Ling Bane. I mean, he has to survive. Where are the Bailings? 3? Oh, only 3 Bailings. Yeah, Reynor, he can't keep up. Not with this many losses. Not with this. No, with these trades. It's just been a really rough game here for Reynor. Yeah, he lost too much earlier, and from here, he shouldn't be able to hold on. Nice outstepping, nice unit control. Target fires all the Bailings, and Clem, for the first time here in tonight's broadcast, he will make a series out of this. He will have that back and forth. He breaks through the Queens, gets into the middle line. So the hatchery goes down. Dropping into the main base. Reinforcements, they rally towards top left. And again, even with some crazy fungals, even with some crazy Bailey connections, shouldn't quite be possible here. Now we have the second starports, we have Fusion Core getting to BCs. Oh, so once again running into the minefields, and Clem, he has taken a lead. He took a lead like 8 minutes ago. Like it was. And GG gets called. Clem, he will overwhelm, and Clem ties up the series 1-1. We have a back and forth. GG, well played. Again, just a really strong start out of Clem. Winding it back for those that are curious, we did see Clem be quite assertive to punish the greed of his opponents. Winding back, remember Reynor, who went for a very greedy start, he did open up gasless, so it meant that he had that much less to defend. We saw that Reynor was able to abuse that quite heavily, able to break through. With that, GG. Again, just before Reynor could really freely take into Hive and take into anything else. GG, well played. And with that, we're getting into game number 3. This time, Reynor, he didn't know to get away with the gasless opener. No, not at all. Winding it back, remember he lost 7 queens. He lost 7 queens against the Hellbat push. And again, a big reason for that is because he was being too greedy. He was being too greedy, cutting too many corners. The Hellbat push did punish him heavily. And it was uphill from there. So now getting into our next game. Game 3 is going to be on Persephone. Let's go. Spawning in the top left hand corner of Persephone, we have the Italian Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg representing Basilisk. It is Reynor. Forced into a tied series. We'll see if we can bring it back. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the French Terran player, the red Terran, representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. Oh, hello. And once again, Reynor, he moves out with the drone. He moves out for the proxy hatchery. Let's go. Let us go. We do have the drone moving out, so the hatchery is being set up. And we're once again headed for the natural. There it is, does move in, it does throw down the hatchery, will block the expansion, just like game number 1. And we'll see if Clem has a better response. Now, for those of you that were not here for game 1, there's a very cheeky build here by Reynor. This is designed to delay the natural base for as long as possible, to contain the Terran, and to allow yourself to expand back at home, to get your natural, to get your third base up and running, to be able to saturate, to be able to expand, to be able to tech up as well, and of course, gain control of the game. And we can see that Clem, he has a much later scout to the natural base, so there's going to be plenty of progression to this. So he does confirm. The pool will focus it down. Now some more boys are being pulled. And again, this is already doing damage, right? This is already doing damage. This is already denying mining time. The Reaper is on the way. The CC is going to be thrown down the high grounds. Now, this time, there's going to be a lot more damage dealt to this. So do we force a cancel? I don't think we can let this finish. Now, unlike the previous game, this time you can see there's barely any HP on the hatchery. Again, Clem, this time he pulled more boys. This time he pulled more boys. This time he was able to set up on this, surround on this, and this time the queen will not pop. This time the queen will not pop out, and this time Clem, he will shut this down completely. Everything's on the chase. Not much done. And with that, Reynor, he's going to be forced back. Yeah. He is going to be forced back. It's going to be a tough or rough road to recovery here for Reynor. Losing that hatchery wasn't worth it. Not like this. Not like it was not worth it. From here, he's double expanding, getting into his own link speed. He falls out of gas. Back at home, Reynor only has 1 queen to defend. That's how he could afford a hatchery across the map and a hatchery back at home as well. So a very shaky start here for Reynor. Very shaky. As he was not able to achieve anywhere near as much damage as he did in game 1. I'm going for his own 1-1-1 setup. Here goes down. Ooh, meanwhile, once again... I mean, this is honestly a really good way to punish a player that's being greedy and cutting corners. We saw it last game. It's going to happen here as well. Hellbats. We're going for a Hellbat push. Going for a Hellbat push. And remember, the queen count for Reynor is low. The queen count is lower than normal, lower than usual. Likewise, there's no bailings. Likewise, there's going to be limited links produced as well. So after a shaky start from Reynor, it makes sense for Clem to look to close it out. And does move out. Does play between the bases, waiting for reinforcements. And it would be go time. Yeah, here we go. He's coming in. Does he have enough though? It's only 4 Hellbats. Soon to be 6. 6 Hellbats waddling in. They break through the front door. Bust into the mineral line. Drones are getting roasted. Oh god, this is getting a little bit out of hand. Queen goes down as well. Nice trades against the Ducklings. Going for another Queen. Up. Can he get them? They're both so low. Medevac goes down. More Hellbats have arrived, and this looks like critical damage. Yeah, because he will kill every Queen here. So what, 7? Double checking here. Sorry, 5. 5 Queens do fall. As the Hellbats are being cleaned up, but the damage has been done. Clem rallying out. That's where they are. Yeah, GG. There's no final fight. I mean, that was already game-ending damage. GG. And with that, Clem, he will take a lead in the series. GG, well played. Again, Reynor, he was punished for his build, punished for his proxy. This time it was not worth it. It was not worth it. This time Clem had a much better response. This time he pulled extra boys. So he was able to focus on the hatchery and was able to kill it before a Queen could pop, before there could be any creep, before there could be any delay, any disruption. So a much crisper response here by Clem. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're getting into our next game. We're getting into game number 4, and we'll see if Reynor can bounce back. We'll see if he can recover, or we'll see if Clem can extend his lead. Extend his lead. Here we go. So we're getting into our next game. We can make it. Up next, we're going to be loading into torches. Here we go. Here we go. Torch is one of the more quirky maps of the map pool. Question becomes, who's going to mine through the mineral patches first? And what kind of build do we have in store for us here? I wouldn't be opposed to a gaseous opener on torches, but we'll see. We'll see. As spawning in the top right hand corner of torches, we have the Italian Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg representing a Team Basilisk. Down in the series, we'll see if we can bounce back and make a series out of this and tie things up. It is Reynor. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of torches, we have the French Terran player. We have the red Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. Go. Oh, and I'm expecting hatchery into pool, into delayed gases. That is what I'm expecting, but we'll keep an eye on Reynor. Yep, there we go. Hatch pool. So he's going for a gaseous opener. This is very common. This is very common on torches to go gasless. The goal here is to wall up here on 2 bases, is to mine and expand towards the gold, is to skip link speed to get into roach production, to get into 2-base roach, and then to get into the mid game. From there, you could turn this into an all-in, but for the most part, you can trade towards, play towards just a longer game state. And we'll see when Reynor does decide to take his gases. Now again, he's playing gases. And I do approve of this. I do like this, specifically on torches, just because there's a ramp coming into your base. Likewise, all the players are always quite deceptive to each other here on torches as well. It can be difficult to scout at times. Go. As again, still no gas, and we don't expect any. Still no gas. We're mining through the gold patches. We're going to be expanding here on the right hand side. So we're expanding at the gold base, of course. Is taking the gold, and Clem is playing blinds. The Reaper has arrived. The Queen is late. Queen is delayed. Now popping out. Doesn't quite kill any workers, but does force it. Oh, no, does get one. One drone goes down. Nice pick up, nice catch. Very nice catch. Reaper pulls away, and with that, Reynor, he's gonna get scouted. Reynor, he doesn't go for the gold. Uh-oh, wait, what? He doesn't go for the gold base. He's actually mining through the patches instead. We have a couple of slowlings coming in, and there is one marine to defend, so damage can be done. Oh! Chase down the marine. Does attempt to. Does attempt to. Marine will survive. And this does at least deny some mining time. You can see that Clem is oversaturated, so he was forced to stay in the main before pulling down. Meanwhile, Reynor was his third. Yeah, a bit of a later third here for Reynor, just now expanding. Building up. 13 hours. This wouldn't have been so bad if I didn't decide to ladder before this. I did a ladder stream before the cast. It was probably not a good idea. It's fine, Pappy. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We made it. We made it to the finals, the grand finals, best of 7. There's that Roach Warren from the side of our Zerg player, getting to Roaches. The opener was a little bit shaky, is what I will say for Reynor, but he's getting there, getting into his Roach production, fully walling up. Meanwhile, Clem opening up a Cloak Banshee is the way to secure himself. So big Cloak Banshee. So we have a buy follow-up here, not mech, thank God. Going into buy. At least for now in the series. So from here, Reynor's finally going to be expanding, finally saturating the base. Because it isn't the goal, this isn't the boosted economy that I was really hoping for. It's still looking okay, but not as amazing. Reynor's working towards his lair. Again, this should just be Roach Ravager into Lingbane, in towards Hive Tech. Setting up. To see Clem now floating over, expanding, taking his own third. Meanwhile, 1-1 upgrades here from Reynor. Holding up those upgrades. I'm still leaning towards Clem coming into the setup. I don't think the opener of Reynor was anything too crazy. I'm referring to him like mining through these patches and going for the Ling run by, which didn't really achieve too much. It's a little bit shaky. Banshees, they do find a queen. Spores a little bit too late. Oh my god, one queen goes down. That should not have happened. We get a queen, we'll get 4 drones. Very nice control here from Clem. Pulling back Reynor. Going for the Roach Warren. Because of the Sim City, I mean, that Roach Warren, it's almost free damage. Queens, they try to keep it alive. One of the Queens is going to be focusing it down. It does pull back, and then we go, the Roach Warren does fall. Reynor just needs a little bit more time. Roach speed was denied. Jesus. So really late roach speed. It's a late setup here at a Reynor. Dzień dobry. See, it's almost 8 AM in the morning. The sun is up. Let's go home. And from here, Reynor, he's taking up. He's taking up, getting to Hive. Remember, the goal here, I believe, was to get into Ultra Tech, but I don't know if that's still the same goal anymore. See. Yeah, there's the melee upgrades. Okay, so yeah, it's working towards it, working towards ultras. It's Reynor, he's building up. For now, sticking with his Lair Tech army. Both armies are posturing with each other. I still do favor Clem's army in a head-on fight, but fungals can change things, for sure. Like, if we can land a juicy fungal, speaking of, that's a pretty juicy fungal. Chain fungal even. Yeah, brings way down. Not a bad fight. Not bad. We can do more of that. What we didn't need. I'm still looking for a way in. Pushing outside the bases behind this, taking another expansion, or at least soon will. Yeah, 4 CCs on the way. And so far we're just staring each other down. No major movements yet. As we mentioned, Reynor, he's relying on that fungal. Oh, speaking of, have we found it? Oh, that does crazy army. Nothing major. Likewise, collapsing on the tanks. This get them away. And does get every single tank. Very nice. Yeah, getting Clem out of position. And with that, he was caught out. Mainly speed is almost done. Do see Reynor pushing forward. Oof, brutal connections. Let's connect. Likewise, rotating over in towards the bases. Oh my god, Bailey's going to be connecting as well. And Reynor, he's holding. He's been holding quite nicely. I mean, shout out to the Fungals, of course. Fungals have been the MVPs. As they are being targeted by the Banshees. I save. Save. The other downside here on this map is that if you lose a fight in the center, you will lose your base. Like, your expansions are so very exposed. Does move in. Okay, sorry, Clem. Once again, Clem's still just rallying. Behind this, he is just straight up making pure Marine. Marine with a couple of rotors. Has been somewhat A-Raxing here, somewhat. But it's going to be forced to pick up. Reynor, he breaks on through. He did trade well enough. The Fungals, they were solid. I mean, they were solid enough here to win the fight, to get on top of the base. And we spoke about specifically this planetary. This base and this base here on the low ground, they're so exposed. If you lose one fight, you lose the base. You lose the expansion. It's so difficult to maintain that planetary. Reynor. Take the win. Okay, fully saturated. And let's move out. And he does move out towards the left hand side. Once again, the infestors are ready. Once again, Fungal does come in. Once again, he gets locked down. There's the Fungal. The Fungals, they're shutting him down. And Reynor, he'll be the first to max. He'll be the first to max out. Even though he has the Hive, I think he only ever made Vipers? Question mark? Yeah, only ever made Vipers. And upgrades. So thankfully didn't step into anything else. Thankfully not. Clem's still trying to force his way through. I appreciate how active Clem has been. He has not really been too passive, but inside activity, he's exposed back at home. SCV's going to be going down. Reynor, he does not have to commit into Liberators. He can just play it slow. Play it slow. Calm down. Expansion, likewise, forcing back FEL. Guess for mineral line. And without another fungal connects, do we have another fungal? Oh, we have the oh my god, the power bombs! Oh, Jesus! Medevac takes so much damage. Full medevac goes down. We do have a drop on the left hand side. Does get a base. Let's get one of the bases. If only there was another fungal. If only. Or parasitic bomb. Yeah, as again with that, this is the final fight. This is the final push here from Clem. Doesn't really have much left over. Open rotors. And with that, this I mean, there's just not really much else that Clem can achieve here. He's coping a little bit. The cope is there. As he's stuck on 2.5 bases. I mean, again, he is leading the series. Doesn't want to let go of that lead. Still moving in. Still wanting to fight as hard as he can. Another link round by, another link counterattack, so no economy. Fungal does land. And with that, he cleans everything up. The entire minefield in the center. From here, he can just keep going. I mean, these bases are still very fortified and still difficult to break through. I don't even know if an Ultra can fit there, but GG gets called as Reynor does, sorry, as Clem does finally tap out, and Reynor ties this up. We are tied up 2-2. We're tied up 2-2. Oh. GG. GG, well played. I like your responses. Like you're getting pinched. Oh god. I'm very fatigued, Fabi. I'm very fatigued. It's been a long day. And our players are asking for a break. It makes sense. It does make sense. Our players are asking for a moment. It's again, if we're tired, the players likewise are also very tired as well. They've been very vocal. I say they've been very vocal, but it has been known here. So Clem and Reynor, they're asking for a moment. They're asking for a couple of minutes, as this is a best of 7. Of course, we're tied up 2-2, and yes, they're going to be taking that break. Taking that break here. Whew. Again, an intense back and forth. GG will play. So we're going to be going on a short break, and when we come back, we will have the remainder of the grand finals. We'll be back soon. Be back soon after the break. I'm going to go do some squats. See you soon. And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Whew, as we are halfway through the grand finals here of the Fusion Esports League Cracov 2025. It has been an intense and long event here. We've been going at it for 13 hours, and we still got more in us. Not just us, the players, all of us involved as well. Let's go. We have the StarCraft army. Let's go as we are jumping in mid-series, and we are tied up 2-2 in this best of 7 grand finals. And spawning in the bottom right corner of Tokamak, we have the Italian Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg representing Basilisk. It is Reynor. And spawning in the top right corner, we have the French Terran player. We have the French Terran himself, the Red Terran. It is, for representing Team Liquid, it is Clem. It is Mlam. Let's go. Let us go. Whew, as we are jumping into game number 4, going to be loading into Tokamak. Hi. Again, we are loading into Tokamak. One of the more macro maps out there. One of the more macro maps in the map pool. Longer rushes and spike ground. More defendable bases as well. So we do expect longer and later games on Tokamak. But we'll see how our players will approach this. Now, something that I will say is that our players have been playing a certain way. Reynor, he has been going for some cheeky openers when it comes to hatchery blocks. That is true. But for the most part, Reynor, he has been cutting corners wherever he can. He has been going for this more popular style, whether it's Roach opener into Ultras or Lings into Ultras as well. We've not been seeing some more standard kind of like Ling Main Hydra play out of Reynor, and I do expect to see more of that here in this series as well, referring to more of the Rush into Hive sort of style instead. Coming into Tokamak. Meanwhile, Clem has been getting better and better at punishing that throughout the course of this series. Again, Clem is known for that kind of style of going into a heavy Hellion, heavy Banshee. If he sees you being greedy, he will go for an armory, go for a Hellbat push, and just kill you, just straight up kill you. I mean, I say kill you, he'll cripple you, and then 15 minutes later, then you'll tap out. But as it takes a while for all that to kick in. So yeah, we'll see how our players, if they continue to go into the same kind of style of play, or if they do adjust and do deviate and dip their toes into Lingbane Muda, if they go into Lingbane Hydra, if we go into Lurker Tech. I feel like this would be an opportunity to try to branch out at least a little bit. We'll see. As Reaper does get into the main, does slip in, does dance with the army. We do have our hatch gas pool. Third base has been taken from the side of Reynor. So far, everything's looking normal. So far, everything's looking standard. As we are droning, as we are saturating. Alright, as we hand this third TC before Starport into a Starport. So a 3C into a 1-1-1. So far, everything's looking normal, everything's looking standard. So far, so good. Meanwhile, it's just doing some squats. Getting that circulation going. Waking up. Back. I hope I'm going to be okay for the Woody TV Monday. Of course, that's going to be later on tonight. It's going to be in around 12 hours from now. As we have our Roach opener out of Reynor, which is no surprise here. We're going for the Roaches. Again, these Roach openers are very common, very trendy nowadays. They're a very safe way to open up, and especially on a larger map like this, it makes sense to open up with a Roach. This wasn't a gasless into Roach, but we are skipping Link Speed. We're skipping Link Speed for the Roach Warren for Roach production. It's going to be up to Clem here to try to find a hole in the armor, to rotate, to poke in, to poke out, to get into a mineral line, and to potentially get some damage done. So far, the Queens are keeping up. Nice rotations. Nice rotations here out of Reynor. Does keep up. It's getting quite a bit of hull damage. Hellions, they do get away. Behind this, getting into Cloak. Banshees are amassing more Hellions as well. And again, it's going to be on Reynor to survive this aggression, to minimize losses, to make sure he can get into the mid game in a comfortable position, which is easier said than done. We have our 4:30 lair timing. Our earlier lair here from Reynor. We got 5 roaches on the way. That should just be to defend. It should just be 5 roaches to keep up to defend. To deflect. As Clem does take his own. Oh no! God damn it! I was gonna bring this up actually. I decided not to. God. I was gonna say, as we led into Tokamak, I was talking a little about how Reynor was playing, and I was going to say that, yeah, you know, Clem, we have seen him play mech before, but he hasn't played mech yet today, and you know, there might be like a gentleman's agreement between them where he's not gonna play mech, especially because everyone's tired and everyone's fatigued. So in my mind, he wouldn't. But that's why I didn't bring it up. That's why I chose not to. But oh, the hellies, they get in. They get into the natural drones. They're getting roasted. Mech is on the way behind this, so we're going from bad to worse. And Reynor, he cannot keep up. The hellions, they just run rings around Reynor. 16 drone kills. And before we can talk about mech, before we can embrace it, this is critical damage. 17 workers going down. That's an entire mineral line. At the same time, Banshees, they will force a cancel or even get a kill. Oh, that's a kill, not a cancel. The base goes down. We're still getting more damage done in the main base, and this is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand. It's getting out of control. Ay. 25 drones going down. One small misstep, one small mistake. Basically, Reynor pulled a hero. There was no wall. Basically, the wall here was not complete, so you can see there's barely a gap, and the Hellions squeezed in. They weren't meant to, but the Hellions did squeeze in. The wall was not a wall, Pappy. The wall was not a wall. And here comes the follow-up. The mech is revealed, and Reynor, he sees the Cyclones. He now sees the Cyclones. He's now aware that it is going to be mech, of course. And oh boy, it's going to be a rough road to recovery here. Reynor is behind. Reynor, straight up, he's behind. He does take some crippling damage. Remember, he lost not just, I mean, we can have a look here. He lost 26 drones, a queen, an overlord, 4 lings, and remember, he lost the hatchery. That was a kill, not a cancel on the hatchery as well. Oof. The efficiency is crazy good here for Clem. And all the Clem has to do is just chill, calm down. I mean, just calm down, build up his army. Behind this, going into a more mobile form of battle mech, going into battle mech alongside Banshee. So we have Hyperflight Rotors on the way, more Hellions, more Cyclones, and I'll be very impressed here if Reynor can somehow survive. Bearing in mind that Reynor has inflated army supply, so really the supply disparity is even larger than what it seems. Clem is up 20 army supply, but really he's up far more than that. As more drones are getting roasted, Hellions, once again they get into the bases. Cyclones moving in, catching up the queens. Hellions, they do go further into the main. 14 drones already going to be going down. Oof, and the queens, they are locked to one. Oh, the lock-ons are brutal. Does catch out the queens. And Reynor at this point is just getting bullied here by the mech. The power of the Cyclone, Bobby. Let's go. Going for extra lock-ons. Now, there are a couple of fungals that catch out the army. True. If Clem overextends, if a fungal lands, then potentially Reynor can collect. Speaking of, nice fungal, does graze the army. Can focus on a couple of those Cyclones. That is helping Reynor. It's not enough, nowhere near, but yes, it helps. It's holding on. Oh, God. Zero blows were exposed. Thankfully, they do pull away in time. Oh god, as the Locons, they punish this, they punish the chase. Catching out what, catching up what, after 12 roaches. Jesus. Likewise, Banshees do rotate over into the main. They rotate into the main base, getting another 5 drones. Cyclones, they rotate over as well. Nice fungal here, they do punish the Cyclones, at least in some way. But at this point, Clem can just back off, build up. If he wanted to, he can switch into a tank-based composition, max out, and then just A move. He can A move. Now, if Clem makes some mistakes, if he overextends, something that we're noticing here, for example, is that he has yet to switch. He doesn't need to keep going into Hellion Cyclone. He can start switching to into a more traditional form of mech at this point, but he's still committing, which means there's a chance to potentially Fungal may land. As Banshees are intentionally trying to bully back those Infestors, gets one. Just the one. Sloth guns once again, they do punish. They get another queen. Get another queen. Behind this, Clem is double expanding, getting a 5th and 6th expansion. Still not switching into tanks, still committing into pure Cyclone. Memeing it up. He's not stopping. Oh, the Cyclones. So there's a CC. There's that 5th base being taken, and soon to be 6th expansion as well. Now, once again, as I mentioned before, because Clem isn't switching into a more tank-heavy style, this hub is quite fragile, like the Hellion Cyclone. So, if Clem overextends too far into creep, and if these Infestors can pop off, and if they can land some Fungals, then Reynor, he can take a fight. He can take a fight here, it is possible. He's just relying on those Fungals. There's a lot of Infestors, there's going to be a lot of Fungals available. Speaking of, Fungal does graze the army. Shooting over once again. That does land a neural. A couple of neurals actually. Okay. A couple of neurals. At the same time, Heli run by on the right hand side, resting up more drones. 10 more workers going down. Does back up, does rotate, does force, does cancel the 5th base. Very nice fungal though. Yeah, the fungals are connecting. A lot of cyclones are going down. And Clem is still not stopping with the cyclone production, now going into Liberator alongside them. Agreed. Does blame impact. And from here, I mean, finally we do have a singular tank. Let's go. Liberators are rocking up. I mean, that's what the Ravager's going to be for. They can, of course, focus them down. And does have to take care to load them up. Seize them up even. And spread him out. As we have Liberator range on the way. Hellions take it into another mineral line. They rest up more drones. Spoke about it, they were stacked. Nice done there from Reynor. Does punish, nice funerals as well. Does end a fungal. And with that Clem, he's holding on. All the fungals. Reynor, he will lose his entire army though. Yeah, both armies they trade out. We can see that there are 2 roaches left. There's 2 roaches. There's a couple of zerglings. We got some infestors. Yeah. Reynor, he's holding. Oof. He's Holding on. Clem still just committing here to Mass Hellion Cyclone, taking more bases behind this, going for the gold, going for top left. Takes down another mineral line. More bases, more mineral lines. 14, 15 more drones. How many drones have gone down this game? 100? 97! Can we get to triple digits? 3 more drone kills. Let's go. Get into the mineral line. He's so close. Just waddle in. Waddle in back. So close to 100 drone kills. Just trading with the army. Once again, taking a lot of tank shots to the base. Now he has finally switched into tank production. Yeah, those move in. GG gets called. The trades are just far too good, far too in favor of Clem. And Clem, he will take a lead in the series, 3-2. GG. GG, well played. Again, it was just a really shaky start for Reynor. He lost so many drones at the start of the game. It was like 20 plus workers. Winding back, if you remember, essentially we saw that Reynor, he was going into a roach base opener. He was skipping speed. He was getting his 3rd base, getting his 4th base, getting built up, getting ready. And we saw that he was aware of the Hellion run-bys, of the Hellion aggression. He did attempt to wall off, but he failed to wall off his natural. He did have a spawn position, but it was not wide enough to actually cover the hole in the ramp. And as a result, we saw the mass army just rush in. The Hellions, they just race past the wall. They were able to get into both bases, get into both mineral lines, and just wreak havoc. Not just that, but even more damage was done after that. And yeah, with that, it was definitely an uphill battle there for Reynor. It was a lot to overcome, a lot to surmount. There was potential to maybe be able to bring it back, but alas, here we go. We're getting into our next game. Spawning in the top right-hand corner of ley lines, we have our Italian Protoss player. We have our Italian Protoss. We have the blue Protoss representing Basilisk. Down in the series, we'll see if you can bounce back. We'll see if you can recover after all that mech. It is Reynor. And spawning in the bottom right corner, we have the red Terran player, the red Terran himself from Team Liquid. It is Clem. See in the chat, it's the first time I see Clem playing mech. Clem, he's played a lot of mech in recent times. I want to say that Clem played mech. I'm pretty sure he played mech at EWC, right? I'm pretty sure he did play mech there. I mean, everyone did, right? Maru was playing mech, Bjorn was playing mech, Kier was playing mech, Clem playing mech. So we have seen Clem go mass cyclone in recent times. When was the other time? Trying to think past. We don't get to see a lot of his TvZ in the weeklies, unfortunately. But yeah, we have seen mech play. Sorry, Clem play mech. I think we've seen every Terran player actually play mech at this point. All been embracing it. Smurge. Here we go. So far so good. We do have our hatch gas spool, standard opener here out of Reynor. Likewise, we have our Rax expand out of Clem. Just setting up, getting our openers. Nothing crazy this time. There's no crazy hatchery block at the natural. There's no 2x Reaper here. There's no proxy 2x Reaper or 3x Reaper out of Clem. This time we're settling in. So setting up. Yeah, setting up again, nothing too crazy. We do see the Reaper dance with the Lings. Third base is going to be taken. So far, so good. We're loading into ley lines. Ley lines. I was going to say when it comes to mech, I do feel like mech can be quite strong on Maganatha, on Tokamak. I think ley lines mech is also going to be viable here. So we'll see if Clem does go back into mech. I do think that some of these maps do have some strengths for that kind of style. Some of the more standard maps out there. So we'll see if he does it again. We shall see. As Clem, he's one game away. True. He's one game away from claiming the series. One more is all he needs. Meanwhile, Reynor has to fight back here and now to force the ace match. To force the ace match and to bring us all the way to game 7. Uno más, papi. Uno más. Let's go. For uno más. As Hellion Superkin is going to be a 3cc Banshee opener here out of Clem. Everything looking normal so far. From here, Clem can still throw down extra factories. It is still viable to throw down extra factories and go for mech from here. So this is still on the table. Still a possibility. It's now something that Reynor has to be even more wary of. As we've answered bio, let's go. We have extra Vaxes on the way, not factories. Thank God. So he's throwing down extra Vaxes. He's going to get into a bio setup. Meanwhile, Reynor, he doesn't know. Reynor, he's unaware. He's working with incomplete information. So far, it's just rotating. Do have double E-base here. This is going to be faster really fast double E-base by Clem. Because of the timing of these two E-base, it's possible that this might be the beginning of an ARAX. Where we prioritize 1-1, then of course we get into the army, then get into 2-2 as quickly as possible. That 2-2 timing. So it's going to be on our setup. Oh, hello, 007, hello. Good morning, like 13.5 hour cost. Yes. So we probably won't reach our max today. It's very unlikely. I think the longest that we've been live on this channel, I think is 16 hours. I think 16 or 17. Between like 16 and 18 hours, which I don't think not today. Nah. One day, papi, one day. 24 hours of casting. It'll kill us. Meanwhile, as Clem is distracted across map, Ling Runway does step in. 7 SCV kills, very nice damage dealt by Reynor. Does get into the mineral line. From here, going to be zoned away. But 8 SCV is not bad. Not a bad start. Meanwhile, as aliens are distracted, we have more Lings moving in to potentially step by. Doesn't quite commit to it, not this time. Oh, Hashton's amazing lines. Thought I was tripping. We do what we can. Always. We do what we can. Oh, the star. You know what the star. If we don't, who will? Who will? Exactly. Gotta cast every. Hyper light strikes again. Oh no. I mean, there hasn't really been much downtime in this tournament either. It's like 5 minutes at most. Not too much downtime. Okay, Clem, he does. Oh, get caught! Yeah, Clem overextends. Bit of a misstep there. Getting caught out. I mean, Clem bleeding out quite a lot already here. I'm not too convinced by this timing. Yeah, so far it does tag down to those queens. Not bad. At the same time, once again, another massive link counterattack. This time, Clem is a little bit better prepared. Yeah, he is better prepared. This time, only losing 5 SCVs. Astro goes off. Does go off. Clem is still not stopping, still not slowing down. Can he focus down? Oh my god. Sustain some stuff. Oh, my stealth sustains some friendly fire. Medevacs, they go down. Very nice cleanup here out of Reynor. Don't know if that was intentional, but again, the mine just did do so much to those medevacs. And with that, Reynor, he does clean up both drops. Okay, Reynor, he has momentum. He has momentum here. He was a little bit shaky, but he got some SCV kills across the map earlier. He shuts down both drops. Reynor, so far looking good. Okay, so we're rolling in. Likewise, once again, another Ling run by. Jesus, as Clem is completely out of position. Again, he was distracted, as was I, focusing on the drop across the map, focusing on the aggression. That's going to be another 19 SCV kills. Clem slipping up back at home, losing so much. And Clem, he's crippled. He's crippled at this point, down to 45 workers. He should not have sustained this much damage. This is how many? 30 in total? 34 in total. And the run bys continue. Reynor, he's just not stopping. He's just not stopping. Going for another run by, another counterattack. He's not slowing down. As once again, Clem is out. Once again, more SCVs going to be falling. As Baileys are connecting. Once again, Reynor, he defends back at home. Any shots were on point. Likewise, Marines are going to be stepping in. Waiting for the mineral line. At least hit the Queen. Nice target firing out of Clem. He's locked in. I mean, at this point he is, but it might just be too late. He's lost so much already. Losing a drop as well. Losing full medevac. Dropping to the natural. Trying to drop in. Again, just being hyper aggressive. Just trying to do whatever damage you can. Clem is getting desperate. Getting very desperate. Yeah, and soon Reynor, he'll just overwhelm. He'll just overwhelm. Like, Clem just cannot keep up with his trades. He just doesn't have the economy for it. He's just too much. Lost far too many workers. Oh, Jesus. I mean, those are 1-1 links trading against 2-2 buyers, so that was not a good trade for Reynor. Uh-oh. Does overextend. Without any bailings, he throws away a lot of supply. That was how many? That was 112 Zerglings for 18 Marines. Oh, boy. And that's what Clem needs. Clem needs Reynor to fight without bailings. If that continues to happen... I'll take some bailings to the face. Clem cancel persevere. And the GG gets called. It's just too much to handle. And with that, Reynor does tie things up. We are going to the ace match. GG. GG, well played. Just non-stop run-wise, non-stop counterattacks out of Reynor. Clem, he was missing them time and time again. This is where fatigue is setting in, is what I will say. This is where fatigue is setting in. This is where stamina and endurance are king, and this is where we're slipping up here. We're slipping up, we're making mistakes. Both players are, to be fair. Both players have been slipping up. Both players have been taking a lot of damage. We saw in the last game, we saw Reynor lose 20 drones to Hellion run-by into a Hellion dive. Here we're seeing something similar with Ling run-by slipping by and also wreaking havoc in the bases of Clem. So both players are hurting here. Both players are fatigued. But alas, there's still going to be one champion amongst the two. And who will it be? Again, one game left, one game remaining here. When it comes to the map order, when it comes to the vetoes, I'm not... Oh, it is going to be Maganatha. Maganatha, the largest map in the map pool. The final map in this series. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Stepping in. Uno más, papi, uno más. I'm hearing from the Polish cast Apparently Zed, who's one of the casters, his wife is in the audience. He's like, I apologize to my wife. I hope she's not mad at me. It's not my fault they're playing so slow. Oh no. Smurge. Ested's Edge. But here we go. We're getting into our next game. We're getting into our final game of the series. Los Gran Finales. They're here. They're upon us. And we're here to crown our champion. The very first Fusion Esports League Cracov 2025 champion. Here we go. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Maganatha. We have the French Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing Team Liquid. Opening up to Rex Reaper. It is Clem. Because it is time to Mlem. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have the Italian Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg representing Basilisk. Bringing us back all the way to the ace match, it is Reynor. We have made it back. We made it all the way to the ace match. Here we go, the finale, the final game. We made it. 2x Reaper. Do we go up to 3? No shot. On Maganatha, that'd be crazy. But for now, 2x Reaper. Again, this is designed to delay the third base. This is designed to contain the Zerg player on a lower economy for a little bit longer, and the follow-up here is going to be a stim timing, typically. Now, something that we did learn during EWC, of course, is that it is possible, even at the highest level, to open up 2x Reaper and just turn this into mech. It is still possible, it is still viable to try to pull off, but I believe Clem is not the kind of player to go for that. If he's going mech, then he'll be more efficient with that. He wouldn't be one to be inefficient to catch someone off guard instead. So we are expecting 2x Reaper. There's no third Rax. Overlord is still trying to confirm. And we'll see what kind of damage Reynor can get done. Sorry, Clem can get done. Likewise, the follow-up here should be bio, should be 2-1-1, should be working towards stim. There are variations of follow-up where you can go for a third Rax and then a fourth Rax and just commit on 4 Raxes. Just send it. Poking in. 9 Reynor. Yeah, first drone does go down. So nicely done here by Clem. Ooh, and I was actually flirting with the idea of this being like a 3 or 4x follow-up, and I just brought it up just to bring it up. But there it is. There it is. So this is not going to be a 2-1-1. This is going to be a very, very strong timing here with a 4-rack setup behind this with Mass Marine, with Mass Bio. This is going to hit quite hard. This is much more aggressive out of Clem. Much more aggressive. And if Reynor underreacts, he will just topple over. He will just topple over. So it's going to be on Reynor to realize and recognize what's going on, how much danger he's in, and what he can get away with and what he cannot. As the Reapers, they do dive into the main, they at least try to. They're abusing that Reaper cliff as well. Nice moves there by Clem. Reynor, he has to back off. Link speed does kick in. Behind this, we're pulling out of gas. Here we go, Marines are amassing. Overlord goes down, supply blocking Reynor. And I do worry about this stim timing. Oh boy. I do worry as Marines are building up. We're hiding Marines further back in the main. So Clem is still showing his hand, and Clem, you may pull the boys with this. He may just pull the boys with this as well. See? Again, especially if fatigue is kicking in. What time is it in Poland right now? Poland time. Midnight. Oh boy. Yeah, it is midnight. What's brutal about that, actually, now that I think about it, and I hope everyone's okay, is that I do know that trains, they operate only until a certain time, and hopefully they're able to get their train rides back home for those that did travel some distances. Otherwise, they're Ubers. Oh boy. Yes, here we go. The boys are being pulled. The Bio Army does arrive. He sims on in, and there's nothing here. There's nothing here to defend. Again, Reynor, he gets caught with his pants down. The pants are down. The drones are falling. The queens are falling as well. He was not ready for this much of a commitment for this early of a timing for a 4-ax. For 4-ax Stim, as that's going to be 25 drone kills and accounting. Oh, as he brings down to almost every single queen. Going further, speaking of almost every queen, he wants to find a queen. He wants it. Ah, he doesn't get it. One queen lives, one queen survives, but Reynor gets knocked down to 26 drones. And you can see how pulling the boys would have just ended the game. Imagine that push with 20 SCVs to buffer to allow for the Marines to survive and to keep going. And to be fair, I mean, there are enough Marines to just do that again. Just send it again. As Reynor, he is down to a 1.5 base economy. Down to 29 drones. Reynor, he is behind, he is crippled, he has no tech. Like, there's no lair, there's no Eva chamber. We're 6 minutes in. Just now the first Baliness is on the way. We have Burrow on the way as well, that will help. But it might not be done in time, because here comes the second wave. Here comes the second wave. We can see Reynor going for a link counterattack, hoping to achieve some damage of some kind, but we can see a full wall here. Clem moving in. Baliness is complete. Marines, they summon 4, they bring down the expansion. As long as we still step well here, these lings, they cannot fight. Yeah, every ling goes down. Once again, Star steps onto the queens. Oh. And he can focus on the queens. The queens are exposed. Flush transfuse. Flush transfuse, there we go. One queen falls. I do think that Clem is playing very carefully here. I do think he could have tried to focus down all 3 queens, but was playing very tentatively. Very conservative. Before committing. As with that nice target firing. Oh, the bird bailings! Oh, let's go! The bird bailings! Reynor, he's surviving. What? Do it again! He does it again! Yo, Reynor. He's not going down without a fight, Pappy. He's not going down. I don't hear no bell. Keep going. Oh, do it again! Says on board. As Reynor GG gets called. That's all he had left in him, but hey, he did not go down without a fight. GG, well played. Congratulations, as Clem will claim the series and he will be our Fusion Esports League champion. GG. Whew. GG, well played. There he is. Does head on over. Does of course give that manner handshake to Reynor, and from here he's here to lift that trophy. Indies coming out. Show us what you got.
Tak jest. Huge congratulations, Clem. It was super. Gather the energy, the confidence to win it all. How does it feel to win FL Cracov 2025?
Yeah, that feels great. And yeah, first even here, and it's been great so far. So yeah, I'm really happy. Very happy.
All right, well done. There's of course the trophy. There's of course the trophy that we are supposed to give to Clem. So please welcome Vice President of Cracov, Łukasz Sęk is coming with your trophy.
The Vice President of the world.
Clem. It's yours and yours only. Please enjoy it. Make some photos, guys.
Very nice final. You fight to the end. It's a new day. It's a new day, so it will be very tough final. So congratulations, and I hope also you enjoy your visit in Krakow, and I think that we will organize another event in the next year. So we are invite you all to Krakow again.
Yes.
But the most important thing, congratulations for the winner.
Great
Yeah.
job. That's your trophy. Yeah, another one for you. And I would also like to thank to all of the people that managed to help us create this tournament. And yeah, thanks to our sponsors, thanks to everybody watching. Thank you very much, guys, who are here still after over 13-hour broadcast. It was only a one-day tournament. And yeah, thank you very much to everyone involved. Hopefully see you next time. And yeah, that's your champion, Team Liquid Clem. Great job. See you. Bye bye. Thank you very much. Dziękuję wszystkim za oglądanie. Cześć, cześć.
Dziękuję.
Follow StarCraft.
Dziękuję. Siema, papi. Dzięki, papi, dzięki. GG, well played. Congratulations to Clem. A shout out, of course, to Reynor for being the runner-up, of course, as he was the runner-up of the tournament as well. You don't make for a great champion without a great finals. Of course, you could also tell the players were getting fatigued by the end. Again, 13 hours of StarCraft is not an easy feat whatsoever. We were doing what we could when it comes to casting, and we were, of course, fatigued ourselves, but the players that were going at it, oh my god. Again, they also, for those who are maybe tuning in a little bit later, for those who don't know, they landed in Krakow today. Like it's not like they were supposed to land yesterday, like ahead of time, to get some rest to acclimate, but unfortunately there were some delays. There were some issues when it comes to the flight itinerary, and because of the delays, because of the rescheduling, they actually arrived quite late, very late, and because of that, bam, they landed in Krakow, and they just drove straight on over to the venue to compete and to play in this tournament. So again, when I say they, I mean specifically Clem, Reynor, and Lambo. Those are the three. The others, they got there ahead of time. When I say the others, I mean SOS. I mean SOS alongside Ubu Thermal as well, and of course all the other Polish players. So the others got there ahead of time, but those that were traveling from Riyadh, there were some delays. Unfortunately, and some issues regarding to the initial flight plan. So that is why, like, they're a lot more fatigued than usual when it comes to competing in this event. But regardless, they made it through. They made it through, and congratulations to Clem, of course. Again, when it came to that final game, unfortunately, Reynor was just unaware. He didn't scout. It was 2x Reaper into a 4x Stim timing into a very committed build, borderline all-in there from Clem, and Reynor, he was unaware. In his mind, I'm sure it was just going to be 2x into a 2-1-1. Into a medevac drop, but alas, he was unaware as to how committed it was. As a result, he had nothing to defend. I say nothing, he had some queens and some zerglings, but no banelings, and likewise no upgrades, and not enough lings to actually pull off that defense, because he was joining so heavily. He had to pull the boys, and even then, he barely held on. We had some cheeky moves, some cheeky plays with the barred banelings. He did love to see it. Again, just trading as the best he could with whatever he had left, but again, it was not enough to recover from his deficit, to make up for the losses and to make up for the game. GG, well played. Congratulations, baby. Congratulations. God, baby. Why no interview? They had an interview. They had somewhat of an interview there with Clem, congratulating him, welcoming him to the city, and of course there are plans for future events, as you heard. There are plans for future events. I'm sure for the next one, my bit of feedback, and I'm sure maybe Kashim is watching or tuning in some way, shape, or form. My one bit of feedback, of course, is to make the lower bracket a best of three. Best of threes, not best of fives, because the lower bracket did slow things down. Did slow things down, and I mean, there were other things that were impacting that. For example, if you remember, the first round was extended. The first round was extended in the upper bracket first round because of the delays to the players, because they were still coming over from the airport. so that we had to extend things and we had to cast extra series, so that also slowed things down as well. True, right? Likewise, we also had to cast one of the lower bracket matches as well, so I think we casted 2 extra series more than we needed to, because of certain delays. So I mean, again, the things that were kind of, you know, working against us outside of our control, so I had to adapt on the fly, sort of thing. So again, understandable, fully understandable, of course. And a big shout out. And a big shout out to all those working behind the scenes, to Indy, to Zed, to Kashim, to everyone else as well. We had a couple of Ducklings in the crowd, which was amazing to see. And I do see in the chat as well a shout out to, do we get a, I feel like I got a notification earlier, but I missed it. Maybe. But yeah, with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry, just catching up with the chat. Catching up. Oh wait, there was a resub in the chat. Thank you so much. To a name that I cannot say. The bread. Thank you. No, I can't. Not even on a good day, Pappy. Not even. Hold on. Actually, can I cheat? Translate.
Brzeczyszczykiewicz.
There you go. Did you even hear that? Yes, you.
Brzeczyszczykiewicz.
There we go. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing for 6 months, for half a year, Gracias, papi, gracias. Thank you so much. Do appreciate it. A cheeky game of StarCraft now? God, I mean, to be honest, I'm a little bit awake after. I mean, I was sipping on some Red Bull. I had to. I rarely have caffeine while casting, but I was sipping on some Red Bull to keep me going, and I think it's now that because I did, now I'm more awake than I was before. So that's not good. But it is 9 a.m. It's almost 9 a.m. here in Australia. 9 a.m. in Australia. But I do have to pronouncing my nickname after 14 hours of casting. Oh no. But yeah, with that, we're gonna be wrapping up. When it comes to our next broadcast, when it comes to some more StarCraft, I got you covered. Bam, let's have a look together. Our weekly schedule, there we go. We are going to be, actually you can't quite see it here, it's not quite updated, but we're going to be live in 12 hours time. In 12 hours we're going to be live with the Wardy TV Monday. I say that tentatively. I should be okay to cast it, as in I shouldn't be like fatigued. I shouldn't be too tired. As long as I get some sleep. Like, I need to sleep as much as I can. Gonna go to bed, gonna get some sleep, and then I should be able to be live with the Wardy TV Monday. Tomorrow, what's the rest of our weekly schedule? Let's have a look here. So we have the Wardy TV Monday. Tomorrow we have the Sparkling Tuna Cup. True. We have rescheduled from Sunday to Tuesday. So we have the Sparkling Tuna Cup. We have Big Start Cup over on Wednesday. We have the Pondcast on Thursday. That's going to be a big edition of the Pondcast. We have the Sunny Lake Cup. That is a new tournament that MiddleVK is hosting. That is going to be Thursday evening. We have, what else? We have the KSL over the weekend. We have SDO over the weekend. We have STC and all the regular tournaments. We should be live once a day, every single day. I did mention earlier that I did want to take things a little bit easier. I did want to ease up a little bit on the coverage on how often we're live, just because we just finished EWC. I want to turn it back a little bit, get some proper sleep. I have to catch up on some work as well. I have to catch up on editing VODs. I haven't edited VODs because of EWC. I haven't edited VODs for like an entire week, so I've fallen behind a little bit. So I have to catch up on all of that, and yeah, it's gonna be quite an endeavor moving forward here. Of course, we're now going to be entering the off season of the Esports World Cup, but there's still a lot of StarCraft going on. We still have events like this. We still have the Uwu Thermal. We have the U Thermal 2v2 circuit. We also still have not just the 2v2 circuit. We have the StarCraft Evolution. Sorry, we have the StarCraft Evolution Championship. We have RSL. True, we have the Revival StarCraft League that's going to be happening over in September. We have Home Story Cup. That's like in December. December as well. So we still have a lot of StarCraft. We have Cheesedelphia, true. They did want to host a new Cheesedelphia towards the end of the year. So there's rumors about a new Cheesedelphia, true. So that's also going to be happening. ST2 Safe House, Zombie did announce that there's going to be an ST2 Safe House as well. So that's going to be later on in the year. What's another event that that's just barely beyond my reach? There's another event. Oh, the Platinum SSG Circuit. Yeah, the Platinum Heroes, the Platinum Esports StarCraft 2 Circuit. That's going to be in December of this year. There's another event that's still escaping my mind that I want to say is offline. Oh, HSL. Yes, the Hispanic StarCraft League. Hispanic StarCraft League. That's going to be at the end of the year as well. Jesus, there's just so much. There's gonna be a lot of content. There's gonna be a lot of StarCraft. There's gonna be a lot of StarCraft. We might even have another House Galactic battle as well. That I'm not so certain of, but I mean that might occur as well. So there's a lot of content, a lot of StarCraft on the horizon. Again, if you're only watching EWC, then if you're only watching like DreamHacks or something like that, then sure, then I guess you'll notice like a drop off, I suppose. But when it comes to us, we are live every single day. This year we've been live every single day except for 3 days. There are 3 days that we weren't live in 2025, not of my own volition, by the way, from other circumstances like having no internet or having no electricity. So there's 3 days this year that we did miss when it came to casting, but outside of that we've been live every single day here 2025, and we intend to continue that for the most part. I say that because we've been live every day, basically every day this year. I would like some days off, coming into the off season, so I will do my best to try to make that happen. And when I say a day off, that really means I'm just going to be laddering on my personal channel, but like a way to decompress and calm down and just get some rest, that's gonna be the plan coming into at least some of the off season. I say some of the off season because again, RSL is it's right around the corner. Jesus, I'm just looking at our schedule. It's jam-packed full of StarCraft, and we could fill it up even more. True, could fill it up even more. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. We do appreciate it. And I'm gonna go pass the hell out. I'm gonna go pass out. So I'm gonna go get some sleep. I gotta go get some sleep. I could do plat tournaments. Sorry, when I say Platinum Esports is an organization. They run events for pro players. Their organization is just called the Platinum Championship, the Platinum End of Year Championship. It's just the name of their org, the name of their team, but it is for pro players. So that is going to be at the end of the year. So that's a heads up. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for support. We do appreciate it. Gracias. Just catching with the chat. Great casting as always. Thanks for the long stream. You're welcome, Papi. You're welcome. Take care. See those watching in the YouTube chat as well. Speaking of, if you want to support the channel, okay, all good. If you want to support the channel, you can do so via the socials, via joining us on YouTube or Discord or where have you. We upload on YouTube on a daily basis, so if you see something that you want to watch live, if you're like, hey, you casted EWC, yes, we casted every day of Esports World Cup, and we had a lot of fun with it. If you missed out on earlier matches of the FEL, and if you want to watch that as well, then hey, check us out on YouTube. All the VODs are there under the live tab. They're all on YouTube. Likewise, you can interact with us in Discord as well. We do have our Discord server, and we do interact outside of just the stream there. There are some photos that Kuro did post, as Kuro and some of the other Ducklings were at the venue of the Fusion Esports League of this Krakow event. So there are some behind the scene photos if you wish you can indulge in. Likewise, we have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Mastodon, Blue Sky. We post whenever we go live. And of course, you can support us on Patreon, !Patreon in the chat. You can see our Patreon goal just under the schedule. Our Patreon is designed to fund our tournaments. 100% of the money on Patreon goes towards players. So if you want to support StarCraft, if you want to support tournaments, if you want to support the StarCraft 2 scene and the community, you can do so via our Patreon. I believe the goal after this one is to pay casters and to pay admins, but right now that's all for the prize money of the players. It's all towards the players, of course. So that is how we grow our tournaments. That is how we grow our weeklies like Sparkling Tunica. That's how we do it. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thank you for the support, and we'll see you guys in 12 hours for the Wardy TV Monday. See you then. Until then, ciao, papi, ciao. See you next time. 14-hour cuss. Yeah. What do you mean? That's how we do. Ciao, baby. Ciao. Hasta luego. Hasta luego. See you next time.